This is Mrs. Comfort Obi, the woman from Anambra who walked into a medical center in Lagos and stole a 2-month-old baby. Mrs. Obi lives in Agbara, Ogun State, but went all the way to Bariga in Lagos to steal the 2-month-old baby while the nursing mother was asleep.
Hello guys, good evening and welcome back to Gist with Ima. How are you all doing? Please try and follow my page and also subscribe to my channel. I'm making this video because of two reasons. Reason one, I want to thank Dr. Ejike Obi. Yes, he was my MD. I worked with him as a registered nurse for 2 good years in Lagos State. Yes, he is a very good man. I knew him long time ago. Continue this work. May God bless you. Reason two, men, please, if you don't have a son, it's not your wife's fault. Yes, you are the one who will deposit Y and X chromosome. The only one your wife will have is X chromosome. Please, it's not her fault. Because in this case, you can't tell me that this man haven't troubled the wife for once or twice that make her to go and steal another person's child. It's very, very bad. Women, no amount of pressure from your husband will make you to go and steal someone's child or to go and try another man outside that will give you a male child. This is all I can say in this video. You can watch this video and see what really happened there. A woman went and stole someone's male child while she is due to give birth to a female child. Watch this video and share it. Remember to follow me and also subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.
At a certain Jollard hospital on the 5th of February, Mrs. Obi was also heavily pregnant and was close to her delivery date as at the time she committed the atrocity.
It's a devil's work.
Tell us how the devil made you do it.
Devil pushed me into it.
Tell us how it happened.
On Tuesday, being 6th of February, I went to Jabari Hospital at Bariga. That is where I met the woman that I carried her baby. And after that, I went along with the baby. When I came to the hospital, I was sitting with the woman at the same chair. Then the woman told me that she wanted to sleep. She was carrying the baby at her back. Before she told me that she wanted to sleep, then I told her to bring the baby out because heat was too much there. Then the woman brought the baby out and gave the baby to me before I left with the baby.
According to scan reports, Mrs. Obi, who is already a mother of 1 female child, knew that she was meant to deliver a female child again, and that will have been a big turn-off from her husband. She then decided to opt for an alternative. The stolen child was a male child and she intends to keep the 2 children as her own. After the baby was stolen, she handed it over to a nanny and requested the nanny to bring the stolen child to a certain Graceland Medical Center where she was meant to deliver her own child on request anytime she informs her to bring the child.
I gave the baby to the woman. I told the woman to bring the baby at the hospital the following day because I delivered on Thursday, being 8th of February. Then the woman brought the baby at the hospital, at Graceland Hospital.
Mrs. Comfort Obi stole the baby and handed it over on a Tuesday and gave birth to her own child on a Thursday of the same week. She contacted the nanny to bring the child very early on Thursday morning to keep beside her in the hospital and further arranged with the nurses that the baby is her adopted child and she intends to tell every other person that she delivered a twin. The nurses could not hold it and they narrated the story to the medical director of the hospital, but instead the medical director, Dr. Ejike Obi, shifted all their attention to the woman's safe delivery but requested the nurses to invite the husband to his office as soon as he comes around. With full of joy, Mrs. Comfort gave birth around 11 a.m. and the husband arrived around 2 p.m. She happily told her husband that she delivered a twin of a male and a female.
My husband came to the hospital around 2 in the afternoon and I told him that I delivered twins. As we were about to go, The MD of the hospital called him and said congratulations to him before he started telling him everything that happened. The MD of the hospital told him that I delivered a female baby and not twins. Then my husband came out from the MD's office and started embarrassing me.
Mrs. Comfort Obi blamed the devil and partly blamed her husband for pushing her into committing the atrocity.
My husband is now disturbing me anyway. In short, I have caused him.
Mrs. Josephine Tabai, the nanny who received the stolen baby, was also apprehended and questioned. She denied having knowledge that the child was stolen. She also blamed the devil for partaking in the atrocity.
I do nanny before. I never do nanny since when I reached Lagos. I never do nanny.
Then why did you accept to take care of this one?
So now devil work. I never do nanny before. Even all my town people, I get my own card when I take go meeting. I not be person where then go say people don't know. I know they do nanny.
As a matter of fact, while we were discussing, I told the man that even you, when you went out, when you saw the two babies, didn't you notice disparity between them? He said, well, there was some kind of disparity. But you see, he said, well, he asked, well, this one is different and this one is different. He said, the wife said, don't you know that there are unidentical twins? That this one is bigger and he must have oppressed this one while in the womb. I mean, for him, it's not the issue. Somebody says he has twins and nobody else is saying, I'm losing my baby. So for him, it's like, it's joy all through and whatever.
The stolen baby was eventually returned to the mother, Mrs. Adebanjo, with the help of the police. She was very excited and also narrated her own part of the story.
Bí wọ́n ṣe tún wá pè wọ́n ní bí wọ́n tún ṣe wá pé àwọn káwọn tó wọ mọ́tò pé káwọn máa sáré bọ̀ ni. Wọ́n ní báwọn ṣe débẹ̀ wọ́n bá sọ pé àwọn ti kọjá lára àwọn ọlọ́pàá báwọn ṣe ń lọ yẹn. Wípé àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti wá láti Festac o. Wípé wọ́n náà ti rí ọmọ yẹn o. Ọlọ́pàá àǹtí Rónkẹ́ yẹn náà ọlọ́pàá láti Festac yẹn wọ́n náà ṣe sọ pé tó madam abáyínyọ̀ ṣẹ́yìn lọmọ yín sọnù àti rí ọmọ mo ṣe so mọ́ mọ̀mọ́ yìí nìyẹn pé ọmọ náà wá dà wọ́n ló wà ní Festac o báyọ̀ mi ṣe kún tí mo ní ó yọ ya ká máa lọ wọ́n tẹ̀ ní kí n ṣe ń jẹ aṣọ ǹjẹ́ mo ní rárá pé mi ṣe ń jẹ aṣọ pé mo fẹ́ lọ wo ọmọ mi sẹ̀ ni wọ́n bá ní àbábẹ́ ẹ̀ ti yọ fọ́tò ẹ̀ hàn wọ́n pé bàbá ẹ̀ mú fọ́tò ẹ̀ rìn káàkiri ni pé ọmọ tó ń fi hàn wọ́n ṣe bóun ní pé fọ́tò ìjì àpọ̀ ọmọ yẹn gangan ló wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ní Festac musa wọ bùbáṣá mi wọ bàtà lọ́jọ́ yẹn aṣáàdébẹ̀ bá a ṣe wọ gate mo ṣe rí ọmọ mi lélẹ́yìí o àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn wá mọ́ mi lọ sí àárín àwọn èrò báyìí wọ́n wá sọ pé ṣé mo lè dá ẹni tí ó tó gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ mi ṣé mo lè dá mọ̀ mo ní màá try torí kò pẹ́ púpọ̀ tí mo fi ríran mọ́ ńgbà tó ti gba ọmọ ẹ̀ wọ́n wá ní kí n máa wò wọ́n mo ṣàṣe ń wò wọ́n mo á wọ ọmọbìnrin yíbò yìí ni mo ṣe mú láṣọ dání ní ẹ pé madam na you ó wá sọ pé pé òun ni ibi tí mo ti rí náà ni.
Mrs. Comfort Obi regrets her action and apologized to the mother of the child, Mrs. Adebanjo.
I'm very sorry. I know that I have offended you. I have sinned against you. Please forgive me.
I thank God. Say I see my pikin well. I thank God.
The medical director of Graceland Medical Center gave his own side of the story.
This baby is her senior sister's baby. And her senior sister is very sick in hospital, so she has been taking care of the baby. She said, well, baby, this is not the best time to have brought the baby to you. You're in labor, having pains, you are being nursed, and you're nursing the baby now. Well, that went on like that. The primary aim then was to nurse her and make sure she has a normal delivery. I came to work that morning. The nurse who was monitoring her then came to me and told me that we have a labor case, she's doing well, that something is happening, that there's a baby with her, and from the stories that she has said, we cannot, we feel something fishy is happening. I say, is that so? She said, yes. I said, okay. I said, no problem. Just let her be properly monitored. I will we'll keep proper surveillance, but let us get the primary goal of letting her have a stressless delivery, bouncing baby, and a strong mother. Eventually, around 11 a.m. of 8th of February, the same day, the woman eventually, she later asked for discharge the same day, which we objected to. But since she insisted, it is normal to discharge below request. Eventually, she was discharged on request. Of course, she paid her bills. What we were now waiting was for the husband. At this point in time, I had not called her or inquired of the baby in question, where it's coming from or something of that nature. I just let the nurses and the security know that whenever the husband comes in to take them home, that I should be informed because I want to have a chat with him. Eventually, the husband came in. So he did come to my office, and I congratulated him on the delivery of a bouncing, beautiful baby girl. I say, you saw your baby? He said, fine. I say, I want to know who owns the second baby. Man, I said, doctor, please ask me this same question again. Of course, I did ask. And the man was always casting a glance at the wife. So the woman, as a matter of fact, gave us a lot of stories, which would be too long to narrate, on how a baby came across her. The stories were not impressive. That all that we are interested in is we want to return that baby to the parents. That somewhere, somehow, somebody is agonizing and looking for her baby. I say it's important. I say there's nothing else, no other interest.
The investigation officer who handled the case, SP Kenneth Abramson, also gave an hint to how they amicably managed the situation.
The husband and the doctor now went to Festac police station to report, where all these facts emerged. From that period to this time, the biological mother and the father of the stolen child, including the authorities of Aru Jolad Hospital, had gone to Pedro police station to lodge a report of theft of a child. The police from that end followed up equally, came to the hospital, saw the doctor in charge of the hospital, Dr. Oladipo, and in the course of interrogation and interrogating the taxi cab driver, who now took the woman with the baby away from that hospital, the taxi driver now confirmed that actually he saw a woman carrying a baby, and he said he should be taken to Okokomaiko bus stop. So while they were there with the police at Shomolu, the detectives from Festac came there to find out from the same hospital, based on what they got from the suspect, Mrs. Chidiebere Obi, and asked them whether there was any case of child theft in that hospital. The doctor answered in affirmative, and it was there they now met the police from Festac and the police from Shomolu, now married the investigations together and took the matter to Festac police station. On the orders of the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, that the case be transferred to A22 investigation.